Antonelli looks into his rear mirrors and see both the McLarens on either side of it, and it's like, oh my God, what am I supposed to do?
Hi guys, welcome back to Trackside Talks with Anupama and Mugdha. This is me, Mugdha,
Anupama.
and today we'll be talking about British GP that would be happening this week in detail, and probably we'll give you a little sneak peek of sort of what we enjoyed in the Austrian GP that happened previous week. So, without wasting any further time, let's just quickly get into it. I mean, as you say, how was the Austrian GP after watching a hell of a race at Barcelona? It was pretty much bland, but probably tire strategy and how teams worked
Yeah,
out, pitting their drivers kind of, that was all about it, I would say. What do you say?
yeah. That is also true, and we also have to keep in mind that the temperature was quite a major factor at Austrian GP. They sanctioned the heat wave officially, and then the track temperatures were around 50 degrees Celsius. That is quite a lot, I would say, and we saw quite a lot of casualties for regarding the temperature.
Yeah, I mean, first, it was not, we are not sure that whether it was because of temperature or not. Williams did not have a good race at
Yeah.
Austria. I mean, bad luck for Sainz. Last year too, he was not able to finish, and this year as well.
I don't think Science and Austrian GP track specifically have got a good relationship amongst themselves because do you remember when he was in Ferrari as well, his brakes on the rear end got on fire and then he was out of the
Yeah,
race. That was from that race we got the legendary meme of like Sainz just sitting by the trackside and then yeah, he's not got a good track with Austrian GP, I would say.
I mean, I do. When we talk about drivers sitting at the track because something or
Yeah.
the other has happened to the car, I mean, Ferrari just trains their driver for that. Russell, our home hero, is back at podium. Polly was great, and I was just feeling like there should not be jinx. We shouldn't jinx Russell anymore, and let him
Yeah.
win this time, and he did. And as we predicted, the great Max Verstappen was back on podium as well. P2, baby. Red Bull
I
is
mean,
finally working.
honestly, he would have easily scored a race win, but let's not get ahead of ourselves already. But I mean, the quali, as you mentioned, the quali itself was pretty diabolical, I would say. I mean, Verstappen crashed into the turn, and then ultimately the double yellows were flagged off, due to which Antonelli abandoned his lap that he was striking for the pole to get the pole. Ultimately, he did not get a good lap for that particular lap, and then but yeah, we also had George Russell not slowing down and basically lifting off when the yellows were uh, there, and so yeah, it caused quite a lot of dichotomy around the paddock, but yeah. The race was good, I would say. The race was actually really good.
Yeah. The race was good, but the quali was excellent
Yeah.
because
The
we
race
got
was
a
good
lot of.
also because, yeah, both neither of the Cadillacs finished the race. Their brakes were on fire.
I don't know why they probably Cadillac wasn't ready
What?
to.
Yeah. I mean, also this is their first season, so mistakes can happen. But like, at least let us try to learn something and let us try to develop something better than the previous race. I know it's better spoken than done, but yeah, there would be some sort of development, some sort of better strategy or something like that which we can see. We haven't been seeing anything from Cadillac at all.
Bro, जब season start हुआ था, I guess what we were hoping was कि maybe into a few races when Sergio Perez and Bottas kind of goes out to race finally, they will have some sort of data to collect to and then kind of ponder upon and बढ़िया कार बना लेंगे. But now they are like कि कितनी races से they haven't really finished a single race in what 3-4 I think so
Yeah,
3-4 Grand Prix.
yeah,
बहुत
exactly.
बहुत ही frustrating है ये एक तरीके से.
It is. और when you see कि मतलब if you are not finishing the race, तो आपके पास डेटा आएगा कहाँ से first of all? That is the problem. They should make the car at least that much reliable that आप रेस को फिनिश तो कर सको. Then you can actually measure the race metrics.
एंड टू बी ऑनेस्ट अब तो मैंने वो हॉबी छोड़ रखी है. इट्स लाइक कि चलो इट्स
Yeah,
71 लैप्स एटलीस्ट अगर तुम 40 लैप भी रन कर लोगे यू विल स्टिल हैव सम सॉर्ट ऑफ मतलब ये तो बेसिक है ना. ट्रैक पे कार चलाना
yeah,
तो बेसिक है. फास्ट होगी या नहीं होगी
correct.
दैट्स द सेकेंडरी पार्ट ऑफ इट. बट डेवलप अ मशीन दैट कैन लास्ट 45 लैप्स एटलीस्ट. बड़ा ही बुरा लग रहा है बहुत.
Exactly. Then let us move on to the star point of the Austrian GP, the Verstappen versus Hamilton. We got to see a really good
या
battle between them.
इन वेरी मेच्योर काइंड ऑफ बैटल. उसमें कोई भी
Yeah,
कुछ भी व्हाट डू यू से हाँ
ऐसा नहीं
डर्टी
था
मूव्स नहीं
कि
थे.
like हाँ,
प्योर गुड रेसिंग.
but it was बहुत बहुत अच्छा था. And in the sense that they incorporated a drone shot in
हम्म.
Austrian GP. Did you see? And it was like a
माहौल ही
cinematic
बदल गया.
experience.
ब्रो माहौल ही
Yeah,
बदल गया पूरा.
माहौल, जज़्बात सब बदल गए. Like I was so happy. I'm like, oh my God, ये दोबारा it's like a reincarnation of 2021 and you again have Max versus Hamilton and Lewis. I mean, amazing.
And they both have aged like a fine wine and very mature,
Yeah,
very zen racing and hugging after the race. It's we are all up for it. We are not a Max hater. We are not a Lewis hater now.
yeah,
And yeah, and
that is
drone
true. That
shots
is true.
regarding drone shots, when I first saw, मुझे लगा maybe it's just a one time thing or thing, but it was throughout the race. It
It
was
was throughout the
nice
race,
experience.
and yeah, it was. And also to begin with the drone shots, the first drone shot that they did on the track, I was like, because we already know that it's a helicopter shot, right? It is always a, if the aerial shots are there incorporated in race
Hmm.
stream, it is always a helicopter shot. It was like the drone was so close to the track and to the surface. I'm like, how is the helicopter this close to the track? Then I realized, oh, it is not a helicopter. It is definitely a drone shot, and
The
it's a
drone
drone.
exists.
Yeah, I was like, that was nice.
Yeah, it was good.
Also, there was a point where I don't remember the exact lap that it happened, but Antonelli was about to get sandwiched between the two McLarens. There was a discourse that, there was also a meme going on after the race that like Antonelli looks into his rear mirrors and see both the McLarens on either side of it, and it's like, oh my God, what am I supposed to do? And there was something kind of a discourse, and the McLarens were literally closing up on him, like quite literally sandwiching him. I'm like, yeah, that was also a drone shot as well. That was also a very cool shot as well. I'm like, I'm not sure it was very cool for Antonelli or not, but yeah, in order to watch it, it was pretty cool.
I'll rewatch the race. Maybe I missed it because
Please
bits
do.
and pieces were a bit boring. So that's why
Yeah,
I might not have paid much attention. But yeah, Kimi Antonelli P3 and George Russell P1. And Kimi was not able to chase down Max and Russell. Although,
he was also sliding on the track that had quite a few issues with his car as well.
but he did got advantage of the BSC, apparently.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe 3-4
And when we
laps.
are talking about Sun,
Hmm.
he would have caught on.
Hmm.
Yeah. And like if we are talking about sandwich, then it was a Mercedes sandwich on the podium.
It was a family podium. I mean, divorced parents and a kid.
Yeah,
Guys, we did a reel back in the day, probably 7-8 months, Anupama, I guess. And that was a huge
yeah,
success. But now that our account got banned again on Instagram, so we are no longer to see that and witness its growth. So, guys, please follow us
yeah.
on Instagram, guys. they post a lot of stuff that's interesting, that's
Yeah,
funny,
exactly, exactly.
memey, and
It was a huge success about that, the parents, like the divorced parents who come together for the child and enemies to lovers, and it got 500,000 views. It was quite nice.
a Charlie XCX anthem playing in the background.
Yeah,
Imagine that.
yeah.
Oh my god. Okay. Apart from that, we have to talk about Ferrari because the engine that they brought up here in Austria did not really work in favor of them because of maybe the turbo that they installed was quite smaller as compared to what they were using previously. Charles is again suffering a lot, but this time we saw Hamilton also because in quali also when he was driving up for another stint, maybe they called out again him to the pits and eventually otherwise he might would have been taking the pole position at Austria. What are your thoughts?
I mean, I really don't have any thoughts left in me, to be honest, at this point. Honestly, at this point, I'm like looking forward to British GP only and nothing from the past, that is. I mean, British GP, British GP, talking about British GP, it's a sprint race weekend. Teams don't
After
have any kind of race metrics for Silverstone sprint.
in 2021 it happened.
Did it?
Yeah, in 2021 it happened.
But I
Hamilton,
mean, with the new regulations, though, I don't think they have anything with the new regulations, though.
you know what, we should just
But
hop on to this British GP review thing only and talk about what's in wait at Silverstone and Austria is past. Let's move forward. Okay. Are we expecting any damp temperatures at Silverstone? Because it might happen. Last year it happened.
to be very honest, you never know when it's gonna rain in the UK. So let us not think that it won't be raining. It might rain like in between of the race, like the race starts and the rains also start. So I'm not really sure what is about to happen.
A slight wet race is always interesting to watch, I mean.
Absolutely, absolutely. Then we have got quite a lot of drivers whose home race it is.
Yes, we have George Russell, Lewis Hamilton, Lando Norris, and then Ollie Bearman and Arvind Lindbal as well. So we have five British drivers
Yes.
on the grid this weekend. And let's see how the home race goes for these five of them because definitely the home crowd is
Then
really
we
interesting.
also have, yeah, then we also have one team who's celebrating their home race, that is a McLaren one.
Yeah, last time Lando Norris win his first ever British GP, and this time there's going to be a lot of pressure given that now that they are not the only one who have the best car. Mercedes and Ferrari are
That is true.
equally in the race. Are we expecting
That is true.
Hamilton podium, hammer time, winning his
Bro,
first
I'm
one
expecting
in
a
Ferrari?
I'm expecting a full British podium because also Lewis has won on this track 9 times.
Yeah,
What if he wins here the 10th time?
another record in his bucket.
I don't think, yeah, exactly. There is no other driver who's won their home race this many times. I think he's the only one, and like 9 times. That's not a small feat at all.
The guy knows the track so well. Plus he did it with McLaren, he did it with Mercedes, and now it's time for Ferrari. I mean, that would
True.
be another interesting record in itself, winning with three different constructor teams.
Exactly. Exactly.
So also, as you mentioned, sprint race weekend this time at British GP. बहुत मजे आने वाले हैं, I guess, because as I told you, काफी साल बाद हो रही है. So let's
Yeah,
see
exactly.
what happens. So we have four major
Because
events.
ये भी देखना पड़ेगा. हाँ, 4 major events. That is what I was about to say कि you only have कि आपके पास एक ही practice session है.
Hmm.
Literally. आपको जो डेटा निकालना है आप उसी में निकाल सकते हो and then you are literally thrown into the sprint week again. Madness. क्योंकि you have आपके पास एक सेशन है प्रैक्टिस सेशन, देन यू हैव एक आपके पास स्प्रिंट क्वाली है, देन यू हैव स्प्रिंट, देन यू हैव रेस क्वाली एंड देन यू अल्टीमेटली हैव द रेस.
मजे की बात ये है कि बिकॉज यूके वेदर इज सो अनप्रिडिक्टेबल, तुमने प्रैक्टिस सेशन से भी डेटा लिया है, तुमने क्वाली से भी डेटा लिया है, एंड यू have driven around the track, but still you don't know whether you will be able to have a good race at the main event or not, है ना?
Yeah.
तो
Also because you have to consider that it is a power sensitive like circuit. So it has got long straight with like
hmm.
high speed corners as well. And you really have to keep your aerodynamic efficiency with the car. Like you have got corners like Maggots and Beckett's, like the entire W portion of it, and then you have got long straights as well. So you really have to keep your maximum efficiency for the race weekend, for the races.
I mean, I can totally bet कि Mercedes बढ़िया race करेगी, I guess, on Silverstone, given the fact that they have now
Hopefully.
good car. Until unless Kimi and George decides कि नहीं मैं जीतूंगा, नहीं मैं जीतूंगा, and they crash themselves up. Apart from that,
Right.
they can have a great race. Should we do a quick
I
podium
mean,
prediction?
yeah, of course.
Let's do a sprint
Okay,
one.
podium prediction. Yeah, let's start with sprint. Okay. You go first.
I go first. Okay. For sprint, I'm seeing Max Verstappen taking the pole. Then I would say George Russell and Kimi Antonelli.
Okay. I want let's do Hamilton for the sprint podium first. Second, I would want to have George or yeah, George. I mean, if we are considering the British drivers, then I don't know if Lando can make it or not, but let's go for Max third.
Cool. Sounds cool.
Yep.
Yeah. And
He's a wild card always.
yeah, he आ जाएगा मैक्स कहीं से भी podium पे. Yeah, sure. And talking about race predictions, I would want Lewis Hamilton taking the pole. Then we can see a McLaren as well, Lando Norris, and a Mercedes, another Mercedes, or maybe Max. Maybe George Russell or maybe Max Verstappen. That's it.
For the race first, I want Lewis to complete his 10 races like at Silverstone. Then I'm gonna go for Max or George for the second place. Then I would want to have Charles on the third. I don't know if it is statistically possible or not, but let's go for it.
It is possible. बस मैं ये सोच रही हूँ कि हम बस jinx ना करें लुइस हैमिल्टन को. What do you
Hopefully,
say?
nobody gets jinxed. Nobody is in a crash. Nobody gets into each other's way. And let's have a good, like, battle it out, but battle it out like in a clean manner,
Yeah,
like that.
grown up adults.
Yeah, exactly.
And one more. Finally, Cadillac and Aston Martin. Uh, these all four of
Can
them
finish a
finish a
race.
race. Yeah, that's it.
Finish a race. We are not even gonna include you in the top 10. Like top 10 तो बहुत दूर की बात है आपके लिए. Like आप पहले रेस खत्म कर
बस
लो.
रेस खत्म कर
At
लो.
least.
We can't see Alonso, Bottas, and Sergio suffering so much.
Seriously, man.
Mm. Also, let's get into a usual gossipy session as well. जो off the track होती है. Um, Toto Wolff on record has said something regarding Ferrari managing their expenses. With this speed and this rate of bringing new parts every other weekend, they won't be left with money for the rest of the season.
Yeah, yeah, man. Like ठीक है. But ये भी है ना कि you have to be cost efficient, you have to be sustainable, and then you also have to look after your cars that you can, at least be a contender for the championship, both in terms of drivers and the team. So yeah, I think that is our podium prediction. I hope this race weekend is a good weekend.
We usually hope कि it's a good weekend ahead, but कुछ ना कुछ
We
कर.
usually hope in terms of कि we get to see a good and entertaining race. That is our good in terms of good.
Hmm.
I mean,
Austin
yeah.
wasn't entertaining, it was good.
Yeah.
है ना? Yeah, fingers crossed. It becomes a good and entertaining racing. Anything else? Any other gossip or something that you might come across?
Not yet. Not yet. अभी सिली सीजन शुरू नहीं हुआ ना, अभी रुको.
Chalo. Okay.
Yes.
So this was it from us, guys. And let us know what are your podium predictions for this weekend at Silverstone, both for sprint and for the race. And till then, like, share, and subscribe to our channel and follow us on Instagram. And take care. Bye bye. Bye, Anupama.
Bye, Mugdha.